Hello and welcome, everybody. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Michael, I love it. You've got your mask, you've got your sunglasses. It's National Sunglass Day, and you've got your pride pearls from the drowsy chaperones. So I'm so in.
You like it? You like it? You're all for it?
I'm here for it, Michael.
You
I've
know,
missed you. It's been
I
a
miss
minute.
you too. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you, and I'm going to see you in person soon, and that makes me really happy.
I can't wait. Just counting down the days.
So, what is happening at the store? I have not been there since last November, but I guess we should introduce ourselves. I'm Lauren Van Hamert from Beltline to Broadway. I'm a podcaster. I'm part of the Broadway Makers Alliance and the Broadway Makers Marketplace. You are Michael T. Clarkston, and you are all things Broadway Makers Marketplace, and some people might know your products as Broadway Bazaar. They're so cool. Lots of Newsies stuff. If you're a Newsies fan, he's got you covered. But anyway, how the heck are you? How's the
I'm
store?
doing well. Well, this little thing that was supposed to be a couple of weeks back in the holidays has turned into something much bigger than that, and it's been going on for next month will be 9 months going on for us. So it's hard to believe that we never intended A to be a store, but B, let alone when we did decided to become a store, a little pop up shop, that we'd be here this long. So that's a testament to all the fans out there. So all the fans and all the makers that make fabulous products, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. But we have new vendors in the store, some new products. Give you a little sneak peek of what's going to happen here at BroadwayCon coming up July 8th, 9th, and 10th. And yeah, I'm really excited to share some stuff with you tonight.
And what's so exciting about this, Michael, is last July, we all got together, a bunch of us makers, and participated in Broadway Con. And this was at that time this little germ of an idea. And then in October, the store opened. It was supposed to be like just through the holidays. And due to popular demand and due to the fans, we got to hand it to the fans. The store is now going on 9 months, like you said. So it's very exciting. And I know there's been a lot of changes since I was there last. So I can't
Well,
wait to see the new products.
yeah, lots of changes. When we opened on Halloween, we opened with 20 vendors. Today, as of today, we are up to 45 vendors in the store. So we've more than doubled our vendors in this little bitty. We're inside of a bar. We're downstairs in the subway station at the Turnstile Underground Market. You can find us either at 57th and 8th, next door to TJ Maxx or CVS if you're street level. And if you are coming from the trains itself at Columbus Circle, you're going to walk all the way down when you exit the subway, and you're going to come all the way down to the opposite end towards the 57th and 8th Street exits, and we're right there. You can't miss us.
And it's crazy, but you have so much going on in store. You have performances, you have podcasts, you've got talk shows, you've got bingo, you've got coloring. So no matter when you go, there's something happening at the time.
That's right. I'm excited to talk about the Broadway Underground, which is the expansion of the event series that we've been doing. Like you said, we've got two talk shows that we have that going down here. We've got Broadway Bingo, that's hosted by Rye Myers every Sunday at noon. So come on down on Sundays. You get to free to play. All of our events are free. He also does a talk show later that night at 6 o'clock for us, and he brings down Broadway professionals, Broadway performers, and does a little interview. He's the only free live Broadway talk show in New York City. So everything
And
you got to pay
he
a coverage
is
to or anything like that. So he is it's a totally free event. So come out and check us out.
and he's a rising star, and he has the best guests. Last week he had Desi Oakley, who's doing a new musical, but a lot of us know her from the national tour of Waitress. We saw her here in Raleigh. Um, just such amazing stuff. I can't wait to see everyone.
Likewise, likewise. So should we talk about our quick little name change of what the event was and kind of what we were focusing on tonight?
We can. Originally, we were feeling all patriotic and we were doing a red, white, and blue event in honor of July 4th, the upcoming holiday. But things were a little crazy last week in the world. And so we are not trying to make any political statements. We're just trying to celebrate the shop and all things Broadway and bring some positivity into the world, talking about the theater and all these wonderful artists and makers. So we are not. burying our heads in the sand. We are very well aware of what's happening in the world. We're angry and outraged like a lot of you are. But tonight is about positivity and looking forward to next week when we can all be together and unpack all the things, all the bad stuff, and focus on the theater, which we all love. So we're focusing on Pride. We're focusing on Christmas in July, and we're focusing on Broadway Con. We're going to give you a little sneak peek.
So should we jump into it with our Broadway Con, or with our Pride selection of stuff that we have in the store?
Yes. Let's talk about Pride. I do want to say, Michael, the Broadway Makers Marketplace has gotten so big that when you come to Broadway Con, there's going to be a Makers Alley, and our Broadway makers are about a third of the Broadway Con marketplace. So you cannot miss Makers Alley. It's anchored by the Broadway Makers Marketplace booth. You have to check it out. You can't miss it. So yes, let's talk about Pride. Look at all those beautiful Pride things behind you.
Pride-wise, we have tons of things here, and actually, I want to bring in a special guest that we have with us, Jacob. He's one of our I'd say #1 fans here at the marketplace. He also is a volunteer for us. Any of our events that he does, he comes in and helps volunteer. And I've got Kathleen as well. So let's see if I can get them here to join us. Just talk about Pride, because some of these items actually belong to Jacob that he's given to the store for us to sell. So let's bring in Jacob.
Hey everybody, happy Monday night from New Jersey.
Welcome, Jacob. Thank you for being here tonight. And this is our first time we've done this since well before the Christmas holiday, Lauren. Last time we did one of these. So it's been quite a while, 6 months or so. So excited to be back doing them. And we're kicking it off with our Pride collection. And some of these things are Pride playbills that you've gotten for us. So I know everyone's itching for Pride playbills this year. And yesterday was Pride here in New York City. On top of the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS big benefit, the Broadway Bears. That happened at 9:30 and midnight, raising over $1 million last night in 2 shows. So glad to see that that's back as the first in-person event for of that large scale. So you want to tell us a little bit about you, Jacob, and your fandom and your how you acquire these playbills, or you're attending the shows and things like that?
Sure. So I don't do theater for a living, unlike a lot of folks in the store. I work full-time in the healthcare sector. I run the volunteer service at a large hospital in central New Jersey, and I teach at Rutgers University at night. And as I put it, I am a semi-professional Broadway fan. I've been to, as Michael can well attest, a lot of shows this year. Follow me on Instagram at Jacob Pursley. That's just this year's theater, and it's at like 146 posts or something like that. I haven't gotten a good night's sleep since Labor Day, but that's okay because I've had a good time and really been a open supporter of the industry coming back, and have some cool stuff that we're now debuting, soft launching tonight and debuting at Broadway Con.
Correct. So now, is it a correct statement to say that you've seen every show reopen this season in the reopening?
Maybe not every, but perhaps the most of anyone. There are maybe 2 or 3 of us that are in the running for having been at the most reopening nights. I'm definitely up there.
Fantastic. I commend you and thank you. And I know the Broadway community thanks you for, fans like yourself for that, because this isn't a cheap endeavor for you, but you've got your little ways and secrets of the trade that you can find out more about how to do that, how he does some of the stuff in one of his panels that he has at BroadwayCon. Is that correct?
Yeah, so my BroadwayCon panel is not the restart. It's how the tour is restarted. It's a totally different ball game, but find me at BroadwayCon. I'm actually staffing the event for Mischief Management, so I'll be at the main stage the duration of the event. So come find me, and I'll give you the cheapest way to get tickets to whatever you want in New York.
So let's just jump in here with some of our Pride stuff, and let's talk about these Pride playbills here. Kathleen, do you want to kind of, Jacob, I'm sorry, you want to talk about any of these, particularly something like how cool is playbill for Beetlejuice?
Sorry for the phone ringing behind me. The fact that Beetlejuice is really embracing the fan concept. I believe this graphic that was the relaunch playbill cover was actually fan art that became their playbill cover, and now they've added the rainbow colors from the top into Beetlejuice.
Now, how many people have you had the chance to go over to the wall over at Beetlejuice? I know, Lauren, you haven't, but when you come next week, you should definitely go check it out. The fan wall, the mural there is amazing.
It's amazing, and it's massive.
We've actually got 2 of our new vendors that are in the store have artwork up there, so it's kind of exciting to be able to share that little piece of theater, be a part of that theater history through them up there on that mural and stuff. I know that the Pride playbills are a huge collector's item right now.
Theater Twitter is a buzz. People are looking for the Pride playbills. So, in addition to all the merch at the store, you have these playbills, you have signed playbills, you have collectors playbills. So it's amazing. But the Pride playbills are very special because they're only out for a limited time. Jacob, tell us a little bit about the story behind the Pride playbills for people who aren't in New York and maybe don't know.
So we're coming to the tail end of Pride Month, and I think it's about 5 years ago, Playbill decided they were going to, along with the rest of the industry, make a statement in support of Pride Month. So we started the rainbow playbills, and you see the various different iterations of the vertical or horizontal lines and the various color structures of the different years they've done this. And so you can see different points. And then Book of Mormon is the one show that still has the traditional looking playbill, not the full color one, not the full page cover. Hillary and Clinton from a couple of years ago. That's everyone's friend Laurie Metcalf from Roseanne Connor's on the cover. And Michael's dropping his laptops.
And the amazing thing about this, if you are following theater Twitter, you've been on Instagram and you're following some of the theater pages there in Times Square, they had the playbill exhibit. And then seemingly overnight, those playbills became Pride playbills at the beginning of June.
I watched twice over those 3 months that those giant playbills were up that they completely refaced them. At about 6 weeks in, they decided they weren't looking as up to snuff as they wanted, so they completely refaced them. And then overnight, May 31st into June 1st, they were refaced with the Pride logos, which was pretty cool.
If you are a follower of Beltline to Broadway, you've probably seen Aaron Harrington from Little Shop on our page and Patrick Clanton on our podcast in Moulin Rouge. And they both took really fabulous pictures in front of their Little Shop and Moulin Rouge playbills. So very exciting. But they won't be there, right? For Broadway Con, they're gone.
They're gone. They came down for Solstice and Pride weekend. The last 10 days was a flurry of activity in Times Square.
Jacob, did you go to Pride yesterday?
I did not. Yesterday I spent in bed and sleeping, but I was in the city all day Saturday for the Playbill Pride event in Times Square. Michael saw me with a nice rainbow painted down half of my face, which unfortunately had to come off because I do work a professional job. But do you have that little special thing in there? So new in the store, Kinky Boots Pride buttons, direct from Times Square. Let Pride be your guide.
There's only a handful of them available. I believe I sold 2 of them today, so there's only I think 5 of them left, maybe
something like that. Michael, I also do have Playbill Pride Livestrong brands that I may be bringing you tomorrow.
Fantastic. One of the vendors, we'll talk more about the vendors in a second here, but because we're on Pride, I want to show you some of these buttons.
Broadway here, probably.
Broadway here. Broadway here is one of our new vendors, and she's made a little bit of Pride buttons for us. Heart NYC Broadway with the Pride colors in the heart. She's taken some of the playbills and she's recycled them on the covers of them and just made them into buttons. Love wins. That's just some of the things we got there. But what I'm really excited to talk about here is this collection of candles.
Okay. If you're a friend or family of mine, you all got candles from Stage Door Candles last Christmas because I became slightly obsessed with them. And this Pride collection is beautiful. It's beautifully packaged, and the what's inside is amazing. I gave my friend a Sealy candle for Christmas. He's obsessed with the color purple. So, and they smell good. They last forever. They're gorgeous.
I love what Katsky's done with the inside of the box here. If you can see that, put all the iconic characters from Broadway in this collection. And the thing about this, when you buy the complete set, you get a free Pride pin with this as well. So that's pretty cool.
I love the Pride pin. I love his packaging. Someone else who has a Pride pin too is, do you have Andrea's Unruly Heart pin?
We're out of them in the store at the moment, unfortunately.
But you can find them at Broadway Con, along with Jacob's
Yep.
along with Jacob's Pride merchandise and playbills.
And one thing I just will point out, we like to acknowledge that a bunch of the vendors in the store are working professionals. Kasky Stage Door Candles is on the road with the Masked Singer live tour this summer. So if that's coming to a city near you, go say hi from us at the Broadway Makers Marketplace.
That's right. And of our 45, I think there's up to 15 of us that are working in the business. So yes, go say hi if Cassie's coming to a city near you. The last Pride thing I want to talk about real quickly is J-Band Jewelry. And this is some of the new items that we have just into the store. This is her Pride collection. I will also grab one of her regular things. So what J-Band does is she hand makes all this jewelry. This is the new piece of the collection here. There's much smaller hoops.
Ooh, you may have to put those aside for me, Michael.
All right.
I'm going to be shopping as we're doing this, Jacob. See how this works?
Or if
Ooh,
you're
I
not
love it.
with the earrings, but you're because some people have sensitive ears and that, maybe you want to just show your support with a little necklace and stuff. So we've got the Pride necklace here in the heart. There's much more over here to look at on her display. But all this will be at BroadwayCon. You can find this in the Maker's Alley.
This is one of those vendors, Michael. The photographs and the pictures, and even now the video, it doesn't do it justice. The colors are so bright and beautiful. The earrings are so beautifully made, beaded, and lightweight. So they look big, but they're very lightweight and just gorgeous. Love them.
So that's kind of everything for the Pride collection here. I think that if I can put Jacob on hold for a second and patch in Kathleen, and we'll do a quick little tour of the store real quick, and then we'll go and jump into some more vendors.
Love that. See
you shortly, Jacob.
Hi.
All right, please welcome Kathleen to the show. She's also known as Triple Threat Planner.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
So we had just gotten done talking about our Pride collection, and we thought we'd give everyone a little tour of the store.
Oh, that sounds fun.
You were just here for Tony Week
yes.
a couple weeks ago, and I thought maybe you can kind of give us a little tour of things as I go around.
Okay.
So kind of starting over here, it's a little dark, I know.
Yeah. It's a little hard to see.
Okay, but that's guys, Dolls and Guys.
Yes, the crochet.
And I have to jump in here. We are Lauren Kennedy, who runs a theater here in Raleigh. She is producing and directing City of Angels starting next month. And Paul, who runs Broadway Dolls and Guys, is going to be in town for that production. And I cannot wait to see what kind of dolls he crochets inspired by that show, because I love that show. Sorry, just had to interject.
The little things that I didn't even know. I know Paul was working, but I didn't know he was there doing that. So we should, yes.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. This next one is Laura Shoup. She's Curtain Up. And this is the headbands and the scrunchies. Do you want to talk a little bit about those?
They're just really cute scrunchies that are they're on your larger end of scrunchies, which I really personally like. And the headbands are with your, see, isn't that cool? And the headbands are, with a rigid headband, I guess is what, see, so you can kind of see it. So they're the ones that will stay on your head, which is always great. And they have nice little embellishments on them, and they're just adorable, and they're really well made, which is, a big thing.
I don't know that if you, I put you on the spot, and I don't know that if you actually know this or not, Kathleen, but Kathleen, is that this is actual fabric from Lincoln Center's My Fair Lady and King and I.
I did not know that.
Yes, so this is fabric.
But what she's done with them is really great. Not even knowing that.
Yep.
The colors are so vibrant and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell which ones are King and I, which ones are My Fair Lady? Look for royalty. Look for there's the Hamilton one that she's created as well. But.
Yeah, I was looking at the deer that and the Hamilton one. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And then these are the scrunchies here.
I know we're gonna talk about scenery bags in a few minutes, Michael, but
Yes.
I think it's important to mention a lot of the vendors are upcycling materials from Broadway shows and putting them into their products. So you're not just buying another souvenir, you're actually buying a piece of Broadway. You're buying a piece of the theater, which I, as a fan, it doesn't get better than that.
That's very true. Over here, Kathleen, I think you know this product pretty well.
No, not at all. Yes, that's my stuff.
So part of it's here, part of it's on the other side. But you want to go ahead and talk about this a little bit while we're here in the store, in this part of the store?
Just they're cute characters made from the Broadway shows into different accessories. So you have like keychains, you have vinyl decals, which are the good ones to go on like computers and cups and can go in the dishwasher. And you have enamel pins and washi tape if you like washi tape. Some people like it. Notepads are new, and there's some new pens, and there's some new patches too that I'm excited about because
Hold off on the patches for me. We'll talk about those if we can. But yes, she's got some wonderful patches. Here's a sneak peek.
I love those things.
So
and I can attest, Kathleen, I have some of your stickers and washi tape, and I have one of your pads, your notepads, and they are so fun and they make great gifts. If we're talking Christmas in July, great stocking stuffers, and
Definitely.
You can't find it anywhere else. So,
and I just want to make one comment. Last year, no, not last year, year before at Broadway Con, right before 6 was supposed to open, that when the 6 cast was up and on the floor shopping and looking around at the vendors, I will never forget when they all came over to my booth and they got so happy and they were like, "Oh my goodness, I'm a Precious Moments character." And it was just like the funniest, cutest little moment that made me laugh so hard.
That's just one of the things that, you know, is one of the things that happen like here at the store itself is it's always a different experience. It's a shopping experience when you come down here. You don't know if you're going to run into a performer, you're going to run into a vendor. It's always something with when you come into the store here. Kind of quickly to go through the rest of our kind of like store tour here. We've got greeting cards and some glitter stickers from Alamo Magic.
And those, I believe, are also the type that can go on like laptops and computers and stuff.
And if you don't want it as a sticker, you can have it as a fun little keychain as well. She's got some wonderful products. She's a newer vendor in the store here, and she'll have a booth at Broadway Con as well in the Maker's Alley. So you can check her out, Alamo Magic. Kind of continuing on down the line here, we've got some buttons, and more buttons and stickers. This is the sticker world, Sticker Central for Broadway Makers Marketplace.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about some of your favorites?
The thing I like is just that there's such a variety. So there's like your little buttons that are just the little round ones, but then there's like the rectangular ones that are more detailed. I don't know. It's just there's a nice variety and there's something for everyone, which is what I like about this whole sticker button section. So I don't know if I really have any favorites, but I like it's one of those things that you could just get lost looking in because there's just so many options.
Serena from Redesign Broadway, she's got some really beautiful stickers. They're just really, the graphics are stunning. The colors are bright and bold. I see the TV one down there, which is a Matilda one, which I'm a little obsessed with. Because the Matilda trailer just came out on YouTube,
right?
So I'm getting very excited about Matilda again.
Yep.
But I really love hers, and I Kathleen, I have yours. In fact, I have one of your sticker sheets, and what's great about your stickers is you've got such a variety and so many shows represented, and they're small and very a lot of them are very classic looking, and so when you put them in your calendar, if you are women of a certain age like I am, it doesn't look ridiculous. It just looks fun and classy and gorgeous.
And that's the idea, because I'm a woman of a certain age, but I have 2 younger kids. So I need something that works for all age groups.
So before I shut off the lights on this conversation here of older and younger, what about the glow in the dark sticker we have from Serena? It's my whole life is a dark room, and it actually glows in the dark.
That's adorable.
So this is brand new into the store. It's only been
I
here
don't
for a
think
little
I
bit.
saw that one. That's really
so
cute.
It's one of her newer ones that she's come out with.
And if you were joining us at the beginning of this broadcast, the Seize the Day mask that you were wearing, which I also love because I love all things black and white,
Yes.
is also one of Serena's. Redesigned Broadway.
Well, since you brought that up, let's go ahead and have a conversation about that, because there's as you may or may not know, Broadway is as of July recommending that you wear masks to show, but you don't have to wear masks to show. And the performers have had thoughts about have feelings about what that is for the audience and for their protection, their safety as well. And there's a whole topic of conversation happening in the community about that, whether that is a thing good or bad or indifferent. So, but at BroadwayCon next week, you have to wear a mask and you have to show your vaccination. So why not get a stylish little fun little face mask in your favorite musical?
Exactly.
We've got
I love it. And these are so comfortable and soft. They're really soft.
We've got like 25 different versions of masks in here. So stop by our booth, the Maker's Alley. Check out at the marketplace all of our face masks. They will be on sale. So stop by and grab a mask.
The most beautiful mask in the store, and I guarantee you it will sell out, so order it before BroadwayCon, is the Hadestown mask from Redesigned Broadway. It is beautiful, beautifully made. Look at that. If you are
it's really nice.
That's my favorite.
But it's black and red and not black and white.
You know, I will make an exception. I have Serena's shirts. I'm a little bit of a fangirl for Serena and her designs. So. And really for all things in the marketplace. So
yes.
Before we bring Jacob back and talking to some of the memorabilia and stuff, here's your sticker sheets that Lauren was referencing. Yes. Do you want to talk about those real quick?
Just we have all different shows, and these sticker sheets are more for like your planners. So if you're planning a week and you need to put it on a calendar, if you're a paper person, not so much a digital person, these are the sticker sheets that are for you. And there's all different shows, and there's characters. There's some with what's called full boxes, which is down at the bottom there. And yeah, so have a lot of shows. I have a couple more coming for BroadwayCon. So
what I'm really excited about is as we've expanded the store and keep growing, that we've branched out into like the Stage Manager Symposium, and you have a whole line of like fun little stage manager stickers that are everything from coffees to thank you 5 places.
Well, Michael, you and I are stage managers,
well,
so
there's that as well. But you know, so I think like that. However, but there's fun little things here. You've got your different versions of your theater masks in various colors. You've got your where the rehearsal, all your little tabs that you can use for your prompt book and your rehearsal book. Yep. It's fantastic. So you got to get those. There's not many of them left. So definitely check those out at BroadwayCon or on our website at BroadwayMakersMarketplace.store.
And we also have like backstage crew, like lighting people and lighting technicians and costume and wardrobe. I might be out of them in the store, but I will have more for BroadwayCon.
I know a lot of times the community theaters here, the casts of the shows, they give each other little gifts, and they're always looking for gifts for the stage managers and crew. These stickers are great. So.
Yeah. And we do have the keychains and the notepads for the tech crew that says "Places Please," I think is really cute. But
Places Please was the name of one of our little events that we did over the summer before we opened the store, and we've got in here for a giveaway that we'll have coming up here shortly. And then lastly, talking your final product, Kathleen, is the patches. You want to talk about
my patches? Yes. I am starting to put a lot of the shows into patches. It started coming from a need that I had as a Girl Scout leader. And my girls, when they were going to shows, wanted a patch for the back of the vest, and I couldn't find any. So I have Wicked, Dear Evan, and 6 available patches that are related to those, and those are sew on patches. And then I have 2 in the works that should be here shortly that hopefully I will get for Broadway Con, which are Beetlejuice and Mean Girls.
I was so wondering if they were Girl Scout inspired. I was a Girl Scout
yeah.
leader and Cookie Mom forever. And so when I saw the
Yes.
patches, I was like, I know where those came from.
Yeah. The closest I could find some were, I found like 1 or 2 on Etsy, but they were really difficult to find. So I wanted to make them more accessible. So yeah.
I love
just had a couple customers stop into the store here. So I ran
hi
away.
Customers.
So before we bring Jacob back here, any final thoughts pre-Broadway Con for next week and stuff, or anything? And we'll come back to you shortly. But any parting words for this first part?
No, just look forward to seeing everybody. Stop by our booth. I'll be at the big Broadway Makers Marketplace booth. So make sure you stop by. At least say hi. I like to talk to people, so say hi to me.
And come. I will also be in Broadway Makers Alley, and I will be podcasting there. I've got some really wonderful special guests from different shows. So I'm hoping you'll all just stop by. I think I'm right across from the Broadway Makers Marketplace booth. So I'll be throwing things at Michael when I'm not podcasting.
Or me. You can throw things at me.
No, I just like to torture Michael. I'll come and I'll give you a big hug, Kathleen. I'm just going to
I'll take
Michael.
Yes, you definitely like to torture me. So speaking of Broadway Con coming up, Jacob, one of the things that when you're in town for Broadway Con for our out-of-town guests is that they may not know is that we sell tickets here at the Broadway Makers Marketplace. We have access to tickets that are company tickets for the cast and crew. And we've sold, helped quite a few people go see shows that didn't think that was going to be a reality, and they stumbled upon us. And what's been your experience when you've been in the store and seeing people purchasing tickets and stuff, and what you hear from them?
People are always thrilled that we have access to seats that maybe they can't get from Ticketmaster or Telecharge, or shows that the TKTS booth and other discount outlets never have access to. Right, Michael? How many people have you gotten Lion King tickets for?
The list continues and continues and continues, and that's it's been about 6 so far since we've been opened. Yep,
about 6 families we've sent to the Lion King, which is probably the basically timeless classic at this point. Michael, how long are we? Almost coming on 25 years this fall of that show running in New York.
Yes, it's hard to believe that, but yes, I was part of the Los Angeles company at first, and then went on for 7 more years over the course of 7 years with Disney altogether.
And we have access to tickets for all of the big hits. I'm watching friends, as I was off screen just now, who are at the dress rehearsal for the limited revival of Into the Woods that starts previews tomorrow. We can certainly help you arrange tickets for that for BroadwayCon weekend. And special hint, the evening at BroadwayCon ends on July 10th is their press opening, and they have tickets available to the public for that show. So if you're in town and want to be able to say you went to a Broadway opening night, that's a great opportunity for you.
You heard it right here, you guys. Broadway Makers Marketplace right here. Tickets for In the Woods opening night. You can get them. Come see us.
And tickets
on Facebook.
And Michael, I think while we're talking about tickets, you gotta plug the fact that we're going to be doing giveaways at Broadway Con. I know giveaways are something everybody looks forward to, and you're giving away tickets. What's that about?
Giving away tickets, yes. So we have some activities that you can do throughout the day, and each day we are going to award one lucky fan a pair of tickets to a Broadway show from the Broadway Makers Marketplace. So you come by, check out our little games that we've got going on. And you could possibly be going to a Broadway show on us.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
There'll be at least one winner a day. As tickets be released to us, we will, hopefully have a few more that we can do. But definitely come by and participate. And we've got other giveaway things that we'll have. We'll have our ribbons, and we'll have some free gifts and things like that from all the vendors. But we've got 45 vendors in the store, so that's a lot of free stuff that you can get from us. So come by and check us out, Makers Alley.
Love
you can
that.
get your tickets to all this year's Tony winning pieces, to Six and A Strange Loop and MJ and company. See it before it closes on July 31st, and everything else that's running.
So one of
And
those
then
things
even some old favorites, right, Michael? You've got a Spring Awakening signed playbill.
we do, yes. I've got Spring Awakening signed. Let me show you this collection, okay? And this is partly thanks to 4 of our vendors that we have in the store. This is all the signed stuff that we have. So down here are all the reopening shows that are signed in this first row. We've got very rare Darren Chris, American Buffalo signed. He does not sign things very often. So we've got that. We've got
Alex Brightman
on the Beetlejuice, normal playbill from reopening. We've got Sarah Bareilles. We've got a full cast of Paradise Square. We've got a full cast of Company. We have Rob McClure from Mrs. Doubtfire. We've got Funny Girl. It goes on and on. We've got going back old school, or way back a little bit. So we've got the Boyens in the band. We've got Donna Summer. We've got To Kill a Mockingbird.
Donna Summer featuring this year's Tony Award host Oscar winner Ariana DeBose.
Yes.
Who's from Raleigh? Just saying.
We've got
And
things like
Dave, Elizabeth Dressler was an incredible school teacher, an artist here in Raleigh. She passed away in May. She was Ariana DeBose's mentor and friend. And to have that mentioned at the Tony Awards, I don't think any theater lover, theater fan, theater person here in Raleigh had a dry eye when she gave a shout out and showed that picture of Elizabeth. So she still remembers where she's from.
she's very, very humble and very nice. So continuing
Michael,
on.
it looked like you had your hand on it. Was that an Avenue Q 1000 show or closing night?
Closing. There's two versions of the playbill that they had. They had where's the other one? It was here. There's two versions of them. This is one of them. Thank you for 15 years of being on the best avenue in town. We've got something like that. We've got.
I was there for that closing night. That was a good show.
I called that show.
You called that show?
Oh, yes, I did. That was me calling it.
And Gary playing it?
Yep. It was great to be back with him. And Gary Edwards, actually, as some of you may know, he's been with us for some of our events here when we first opened. And he also has done a couple of fan little written a song about you in like under an hour. We've had two fans that have walked away with a.
Oh, yeah, he was awesome.
Yep. So we love Gary Adler. But we have the entire reopening collection of all the shows that is available here in the store, which I don't think you can get that, but maybe one other place. And we won't say where that is, Playbill, but you can get it from us.
Playbill doesn't sell most of the reopening, and if they sell them, they don't have the embossments, the stickers, the stuffers.
Yeah, that is correct. So
we are perhaps the only source where you can go from. I don't know if we have any Springsteens in the store, but from Passover in August through till let's call Music Man in December, kind of the end of the initial restart, and we have every show.
Right.
Jacob, I have a question for you. You were at the Tony Awards. So jealous. That's my bucket list thing to do. One year I'm going to get there, but last week there was a flurry of theater news coming out. A lot of shows closing, a lot of cast members leaving. So what are some of the shows that people need to get their hands on those playbills? Because they will become like, the companies and the Funny Girls, Beanie's leaving. What are some of the shows we have to see? And what are some of the shows that are going to really be collector's items?
Dear Evan Hansen, I see Michael just grabbed his closing come October, as is Come From Away, and Company's closing, Beanie's leaving, Funny Girl. I'm not going to get too much into the economics of Broadway right now. You can come to my talk at Broadway Con and ask me this in person, but we don't know how Paradise Square is still running, but it's still running. We're all really glad that Joaquina run the Tony, but the economics there just don't make much sense. So if you want to go hear her sing that song and literally bring the house down, go see that sooner than later. But Michael has in his hand, we have some direct from the Tonys, Source Tony Awards playbills this year here in the store. You can order them direct from Playbill, but those are shipping from their warehouse in Bricktown, New Jersey, having never actually been in New York City. These are, I can guarantee, authentic because I sourced them myself, direct from the second mezzanine at Radio City Music Hall.
And for those that may not know, we actually hosted a live Tony party here from the Broadway Makers Marketplace. It's hosted by Rye Myers and Joshua Turchin, and with special correspondent from the Tony Awards,
Me.
Mr. Jacob Presley, right? Well, tell me about your that night and what it was like to be in the audience and
this was
the first Tony really back after this crazy crazy couple years.
This was my 4th time going to the live show of the Tony Awards. I'm grateful that I've been able to make that work the last couple of years. But just the energy in that room, the energy when at the end of that opening number, which Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss from Six wrote, and the energy throughout the show, the energy and the happiness from the room when A Strange Loop, which really is just this child of the industry that Michael R. Jackson has been working on since basically when his lead was born. The energy when they won was remarkable. But I also had the unique opportunity that I also went to the dress rehearsal that morning. So I saw the extended, longer version of several of those bits. Nathan Lane and Andrew Garfield, at least their stand-ins in the morning, had an extended bit after the boom, boom, tick joke about how we wanted to make the producers more modern and take out all of the problem spots, which doesn't really work given that show comparatively. Michael has the records out, it looks like. Let's talk about some records.
Well, before we do that, I want to talk about one last playbill and that we're excited to have back is Kinky Boots.
Right, Kinky Boots reopens July 20, starts previous July 26th at Stage 42 at 42nd and Dyer. That is a great venue.
Off-Broadway theater. It's great. I've done Shock-Headed Peter in that venue. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but it is a great venue to be in. It's one of the bigger of the off-Broadway theaters. And
it's right on Theater Row with Theater Row and Playwrights and the Signature Center. If you're driving in from Jersey, you pull out the Lincoln Tunnel and into that kind of bubble-looking garage, and it's right there. So you're barely a half a block into Manhattan. And one thing I'm actually looking forward to, Danielle Hope, who won the Wizard of Oz reality casting show that Andrew Lloyd Webber did about a decade ago in London, moved to the States a couple of years ago, and she's playing Nicola in this. So I'm actually very excited to see her live.
That is exciting. And you know what else is exciting is you can have your own very little kinky boot from Paul from Dolls and Guys. This is one of his crocheted kinky boots. It's adorable. I have one myself. And,
is that glitter? Is that glitter crochet?
Glitter crochet. Glitter crochet.
That's awesome.
I'm going to go grab my Paul piece because I don't think Michael has any more of these in the store. Right? You don't want to post right at this point.
Who doesn't love kinky boots? Kinky
Who
boots
doesn't love glitter?
So
I'm actually on kinky boots.
I have my Dolls and Guys piece is Paul's Ghostlight. And this is glow in the dark vinyl thread that he crochets these with, so they actually glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And I just brought out 3 of our leading characters that he also has done that's in the store here. We've got Beetlejuice, we've got Abuela from In the Heights, and we've got Jared Hansen here. And in addition to that, we have your own little arm cast. Everyone wants to have their own little arm cast, and it's crocheted. So these are for Broadway Dolls and Guys. Paul, you've got to come check them out. They'll be at BroadwayCon at the Broadway Makers Marketplace booth.
We need to have Paul make one of those that says Forbidden for Josh. So
yes.
Joshua Turchin, who's in the store, did the most recent New York run of Forbidden Broadway at 12 years old and did the Dear Evan Hansen parody in a cast that said Forbidden.
Yes, so we should get that made, but just don't tell Josh. Shh, Josh, if you're listening. Records, albums, cast albums. This is becoming a dying thing, I think, with some people. But those that still collect them, it's a huge collector's item. But look at this, what we have in the store. This is from one of our friends, Bernie, who actually lives right above us at the store here. And we've got the Mary Martin Hello Dolly. We've got the Carol Channing Hello Dolly. And we've got the Barbara Streisand Hello Dolly. No, can you find something like this? And this is just a handful of what we have here in the store. And we'll have at BroadwayCon. We've got La Cage aux Folles, we got West Side Story. So if you're a vinyl collector, come by and check out the albums because it's a piece to have, especially if you're a collector. Moving on to talking about BroadwayCon and things of apparel and things that you need to wear or have with you there. Lauren, do you want to talk about our fun little, as I get set up here, when you go to the BroadwayCon or you go see a show that night at BroadwayCon, you need to be able to do something with your playbill, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Because who want? All right. So what you're about to see is a collector's dream. Because if you collect playbills like I do, you don't want them folded up or rolled up or bent or damaged in any way. And some Broadway fans who are makers have created playbill bags that you can carry your stuff in, but that will also preserve your playbill. So I think that's what Michael is grabbing.
So for those that are a little bit more more of a non-purse person. Is that the right word? Playbill pouch. So you just slip your playbill inside your little pouch, and then you can go inside of your little like messenger bag or anything like that, and it will protect it and it won't bend it for you. So that's got various styles. This is from McMac. His name is Matthew. The company is McMac, and he's got some lovely little playbills pouches here. But you can take it a step further if you don't want this and you're more of a bag person. You can be all bedazzled with like a hand clutch bag. And then one more step further. How about a purse with its own little pocket inside where you just stick your playbill? Completely protects it. It's got pouches for your keys in there. This is cow leather hide here that he makes them out of. These are all handmade. These are custom. This one here as well. There's 3 different styles in the store. You've got the cowhide, what's this metallic looking stuff, and he's got a temperature changing one as well. And this is from McMac. But what I'm really excited about for more of a day, what was it, like just like a messenger bag type scenario, is this here. It's over the shoulder.
It's a crossbody bag, Michael.
Total crossbody.
Whatever, same thing.
Michael has spent the last 8 months in the subway at Columbus Circle. He doesn't come to the door anymore.
So it's a great little thing to put over the shoulder and carry with you as you're leaving the show. If you don't want to carry around a big bag or a big purse or anything like that, it's great. Fits the playbill perfectly, and your playbill's protected. But what happens if it's cold?
Michael, can you hold up the messenger bag again from Broadway Boxes or Broadway Boxed Up? I'm going to hold up my souvenir that's here on my desk from them, which is the 6 acrylic piece. That is such a great messenger bag. So Broadway Boxed Up, he'll be at Broadway Con. You have to go check his things out. And the boxes, Michael, are becoming real collectible gifts because what's in those boxes are playbills, postcards, stickers, lots and lots of stickers in those boxes. So it's a monthly subscription, and he'll be there.
All the stuff he has produced or they have produced for him are very well made too, which is nice.
And he's got such a good eye for design, curating those boxes. I was obsessed recently with one of his hairspray. Did you see the hairspray water bottle? It was wonderful.
No, I think I missed that, but it sounds awesome.
Oh, you got to go back. It was. I emailed him. I was like, I need that water bottle. I don't need the box. I need the water bottle. But
he'll be debuting some new products at Broadway Con as well. So make sure you come by and check us out at the Broadway Makers Marketplace and Makers Alley. If it happens to be a little chilly in the middle of July, which it happens occasionally, it's Christmas in July. That's what
I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
You bring a sweatshirt or you possibly wear a jacket. And so we've got Jane Elisa's jackets here. And let me tell you about these jackets here. These are handmade, hand designed by Jane Elisa. This here's a little bit more of the fashion world. They're one of our top 10 sellers in the store.
They're beautiful in person.
What the color of jacket you want. This is one of the newer ones that's in pink. We can do it in light blue denim. But it's all this is laid out by hand and then hand sewn. And she hand paints it with the little glitter too, and the sequins that accent it. This is one of the popular ones here. Is the black denim is becoming popular here in the store now.
My favorite color.
A lot of our Broadway kids have been in here buying the jackets and stuff lately. So you can come in, we have a conversation. I can put you in touch. You can go down to her studio. You can meet with her and tell her what shows you want to put on here. It's all customizable, but you can get these here at the Broadway Makers Marketplace. Jane Elisa will also have her own booth at Broadway Con, but she'll also have stuff in our store. So come check her out. She'll have more than just this. She's got hats, she's got bags, she's got suitcases, she's got paintings, she's got artwork, lots of stuff from Jane Elisa.
And since they're so customizable, that will also make a great Christmas gift if you're pre-planning for that.
And speaking of custom clothing, because 2 people asked me about it when Michael was running to FedEx this weekend. You want to grab the shoes, Mike?
The shoes!
So Michael and Broadway Bazaar make custom Broadway Converse shoes.
So this is one of the styles. I have one that's got show logos all over it that a lot of you probably have seen around. But this is the new style that's out currently. It's your tragedy and comedy mask. I can do colors. I can do customization. I currently have a high school teacher in Indiana that I'm making a set of shoes for. He's been teaching for 25 years, getting ready to retire, and he wanted all of his shows for 25 years that he's done on his shoes, which I thought was kind of cool until he said that he wanted like half of them on one shoe and half of them on the other shoe. So that's been the project we've been working on, is trying to coordinate and getting the final designs and everything, because we can customize anything that you want on these shoes. So they're on sale for $199 here in the store and at Broadway Con. They're normally $150 shoe, so make sure that you come by and check them out, because you're not going to find them anywhere. And they're great and they're strong. They're decent quality shoes. They're high tops. I can do them as flip flops. I can do them as tennis shoes. All sorts of things.
Michael, did you want to talk about? We talked about the bags.
Let's bags and scenery bags. Going back to our upcycle and our bags here. Next on the list is scenery bags. And I'm sure a lot of you know about scenery bags. And if you don't, Lauren, you want to tell us about scenery bags?
Scenery bags, she takes sets and scenery from mostly shows that have closed, mostly in New York, although now she's kind of expanded out into regional theaters as well. And she makes bags out of them. They're all numbered, they're all signed because they're kind of one of a kind. This one is from Mamma Mia, which I'm gonna plug this now, but I have a Mamma Mia veteran, Judy McLean, who will be joining me at Broadway Con on Friday afternoon to hang out at my booth and to be interviewed. And this is one of the Mamma Mia bags from Scenery Bags. And it's nice and durable. It's a great size. She has black ones from the Black Curtains. She has some really cool jewelry that are made. Michael can explain it much better than I can, but they're made from materials that are actually in the stage,
they're made
right?
from the show deck. So we have in the store right now the Something Rotten necklace and the Beetlejuice necklace and rings. These are from the DC out of town tryout, literally the floor of the stage that Alex Brightman, Carrie Butler, Leslie Kritzer, and all your other favorites from Beetlejuice danced on for 2 months in Washington, D.C. at the National.
And the ring, the coffin ring.
Coffin ring.
The casket ring. And she's got a Wicked bubble necklace, which is so cool. Wicked's been around for so long, and it's got pieces of Glinda's dress stuffed in the bubble, and I just love it. So,
and we also point out Scenery Bags is Jen Wheeler Kahn, who's an equity stage manager. She worked on the Deaf West Spring Awakening revival, and a portion of everything you buy from her gets donated to TDF to send underprivileged New York high school kids to see Broadway shows.
And we should say that you could go to scenerybags.com or check her out at BroadwayCon. She will be in part of the Maker's Alley as well.
I mean, when Michael's holding, if anyone's been to New York and seen those vinyl advertising signs they hang from the streetlights, so those are from the Mean Girls street ads, are now a nice little keychain. And the one on the right is from the Phantom of the Opera, the spectacular new 25th anniversary tour from their advertisements from Los Angeles.
No two are the same because it's all part of the subway banners and stuff. Now, Lauren, you said you had the Mamma Mia, right? So I'm going to see your Mamma Mia, and I'm going to raise you a SpongeBob. And I'm going to raise you a Lion King.
Lion King, I think that's from the Vegas company.
So these are two backdrops from two other shows that they have, just as an example. They're great little pouches. I use them for like toiletries or travel for like my pencils and things when I'm working on shows. They're great little bags to have. A great quality piece of theater history here. And something great.
So many regional theaters right now, at least in our area, are doing SpongeBob productions. So if you are looking for a bag for SpongeBob or a gift for someone in the cast and crew of a SpongeBob production near you, these are great. The other thing that's really nice about them is our regional theaters are have size restrictions on the bags that you can take in. So what I love about Scenery Bags is they fit within the size restriction. You're not allowed to take backpacks or totes or large bags into the theaters anymore. You've got to have small little things. So Jen's bags are amazing for
and
that.
She also has the ones that hold the playbills that they can say break a leg or married if you're in the dance world. So
I think one of the final things that we have for like an upcycle or repurpose in our store here is what do you do when you have show shirts and you don't want to, you've outgrown or you don't want them anymore, or maybe it's got a hole and rip, but you don't want to get rid of it. Something that's been done is turn it into a quilt.
Love that.
I haven't even seen that yet.
These are all show shirts that have been created and taken and put into a quilt. It's the one and only one in the store. You can imagine that this is a piece of
pride shirt down there. Acknowledge our friend Tim Dolan in Times Square with the Broadway sign.
Now, who's the maker of that, Michael?
This is Kirsten Wrinkle, Alex W. draws. It's
Okay.
one of their items. Yep. And it's all, so if you take and add up here the shirts, like you're paying what, $30-$40 for a shirt?
$40 for a shirt.
So
Easily.
let's count that 1, 2, 3, 4 crossed by like what, 5 down? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a pretty penny here.
That's at least $600 in t-shirts.
Well, I can tell you that this quilt's not $600, but it is definitely a one of our more expensive items in the store here. I think we're going for $250 for it here in the store.
But it's absolutely one of a kind ever.
Yeah.
So that's
and frankly, a couple of those are
it's so soft.
A couple of those are really rare shirts. Playbill only prints a couple dozen of the Pride shirts every year that look like an almost original logo rent. Some of those shirts could sell for $100 at this point by themselves.
So that's a great piece of theater history there, along with scenery bags and along with the curtain up and the headbands and the scrunchies here.
Mm-hmm.
To finish out with our non-memorabilia stuff, because we've got some high-end stuff we want to talk about here. At BroadwayCon, you should bring a water bottle. You should bring snacks. On your water bottle, you need to have some stickers, right? Who doesn't love a sticker for their water bottle? Who wants to talk about stickers?
Stickers are my favorite. Stickers are awesome. And most of the stickers that go on the water bottles, usually you can't put in the dishwasher, but most of these stickers can go in the top rack of a dishwasher, which is great if you're like me.
So we showed you at the beginning of the night some of our individual stickers. This is from Coloring Broadway. Coloring Broadway has them as sticker packs. She has them as individuals. She has them as coloring pages. Right there. And then she also has a new product here at the store that she launched right when the store opened. Or she has them as prints. So maybe you're not feeling like you're wanting to color and you want to have them already done for you. You want to hang some up artwork. She's got these little prints going on for $15, I think, or two for $25. So come by. She's got a booth at BroadwayCon as well. She'll be part of Maker's Alley. This is Coloring Broadway. And just to show you a couple more of her little prints that she's got going on. Think of Me, doing tribute to Kinky Boots here, the Rise Up.
And while Michael's showing those, we're going to remind you, BroadwayCon starts in just about 10 days, and there are still tickets available. BroadwayCon.com if you're anywhere near New York. And if you're watching this stream right now, you should be at BroadwayCon next weekend. Is that a fair statement?
That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
That is a fair
And
statement.
you can do day passes too. You don't have to go for the whole weekend if you can't. Like, stop by for the day.
Come join us for the day on the weekend. So those Stage Light Candle.
Stage Light Candle. Now, I wish you guys we had smell-o-vision, but this is Gian. Gian has a line of candles that are all thematic from different Broadway shows, and this is the deep dish blueberry bacon. And let me tell you, it smells delicious.
And Dion is another of our working professionals. He has spent the last 4 years on and off playing Frankie Valli for Norwegian Cruise Lines on the Norwegian Bliss opposite their production of Six. And whenever they need someone to play Frankie, they fly him out for the weekend to jump on the cruise ship, play Frankie Valli, and then fly back to New York. Is that a cool gig or what?
That's a great gig.
That's pretty cool.
On top of the candles, he has them as melts as well. And I can tell you, I hope he doesn't shoot me for saying this, but he's got a new line of candles that he's bringing out. A new, these are your 8-ounce candles, and he's got melts. He's got something new specifically for BroadwayCon. So make sure you tune into our social media, or if you can't be at BroadwayCon for whatever reason, check us out on social. But they're great.
There's lots of new products launching from lots of us at BroadwayCon, and then all of them will become available in the store for the rest of the summer after we move back to Columbus Circle from the New York or in the Metropolitan Center.
Which I think is really important to say, because I know people are looking at the store and wanting to go down there. Michael, though, I think we should tell people the store will actually be picked up and moved to Broadway Con, and the store itself will be closed. So don't
right.
come to the turnstile, come to Broadway Con to see the merchandise.
Starting Thursday, July 7th through Sunday, July 10th, the store will be closed. So we will literally everything that's in the store here, we are picking up and we are relocating it over to BroadwayCon over at the Hammerstein Ballroom. And in case you don't know,
which is a new venue this year.
Yes.
Please don't go to the Midtown Hilton. We will not be there.
Yep. It's in the New Yorker Hotel in the conference rooms, ballrooms, and things there. And then it's also part of the Manhattan Center, and specifically in the Manhattan Center is the Hammerstein Ballroom that the marketplace where all the vendors are, not just us. All the vendors will be there.
Michael, I think the last or one of the last things we need to mention before we go off the air is if you are like Kathleen and I, and you've spent way too many hours at the pool watching your kids swim first in the summer.
Was there this morning?
Yeah, you're probably looking for towels and you're probably looking for something to read. So we have beach towels in the store. And we have lots of books. The number one question I get asked when I'm being interviewed on other people's podcasts is, what do I recommend for theater lovers to read? And there are so many books in the store. That's one of my favorites. It's a beautiful coffee table book. But talk about the books, Michael. And those are signed, right? Those.
Yes. So, when on the book tour, when the lights are bright again, Andrew had some of the performers that are in the book here come by, and we did a performance and launch as part of his book tour. And they're signed, one of the few places you can get a signed copy of his book from various performers that are in here. There's over I think 100 performers.
I think it's 200,
something like that.
Or letters to themselves during the pandemic, and that's what that lovely book is.
Now, one of the other things, before I talk about some of the newer books that we have in here, Ashley K. Adams, she was with us as we launched, and she will be at BroadwayCon. She's actually doing BroadwayCon. We're having an activity booth. We've got in the activity booth, we have sing-alongs happening. We've got some special guest performers that I can't name yet, but they'll be there. But Ashley will be there signing copies of her book. So come by and meet Ashley on Sunday, I believe it is. And some of these other book writers will be there as well. Andrew from When the Lights Are Bright Again, he has his own booth at BroadwayCon. But one of the things I can say about when we've expanded the store and we've grown, we've added Rye Myers to the team here, and he brings us the Live with Rye Broadway show on Sunday nights. And he does giveaways every single week on his show. One of his giveaways he had that we were getting was Randy Rainbow's new book, signed as well. And you can get this here in the store or at your local, wherever you can buy books. But the cool thing that we have that's part of the memorabilia stuff is the signed Kristen Chenoweth stories of Wicked.
Ooh.
Trust me, it's signed on the inside cover there, but I can't get to the page right now. But there's that, and as well as Andrew Reynolds. So, but besides them, the vendors that are in the store that we like, that we're thrilled to have here is we have a new book in here called Dear Future Producer. Anyone that's thinking about producing, anyone that has thought about producing, who is a producer, get this book. It has industry secrets, everything down to how to go about catering and hospitality for people, for your crew and your cast, down to budgets and forms and things that you need to use. This is a great little book here. They did an appearance here. It's Maggie and Spiro. They did a part of Rise show one night, and they're going to be at BroadwayCon signing books as well. So check out our schedule on our social media about when their appearance is. But one of my all-time favorites in here in the store is Richard Hester. Hold, please, stage managing a pandemic. So if you know Richard Hester, he's currently the stage manager of the upcoming Karate Kid that's in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. He also is the production supervisor of Donna Summer, the musical, as well as Jersey Boys. And I worked with Richard on Jersey Boys. And what he's done during the pandemic was every day for a year, he wrote on Facebook just kind of like thoughts and what was happening in the world. And he's consolidated all that into a book. And it's a nice, thick, heavy book here that you can get, Stage Managing a Pandemic by Richard Hester. He'll be there as well on Sunday signing books and taking questions and stuff. But besides that, he's also a producer for Broadway Barks. And I'm excited with the partnership that we have with Broadway Barks and Broadway Cares for Friday. This is breaking news for everyone that Friday at Broadway Con at the Broadway Makers Marketplace in the Makers Alley, we will have Broadway Barks, and we'll have some of the performers in that will be there on Saturday. They'll be there talking about some of our products that we have here in the store. And one of our products that we have in the store is Broadway Cats. Now, if you don't know about Broadway Cats, this is Francine. She's a photographer, and she takes her cats and dresses them up and photographs them in scenes from different.
It's so impressive.
Michael, you have told me there was behind the scenes video of how she does this, and you've never released that video. I'm still waiting for it.
They're coming. I promise you, they're coming. So we'll release the first one tonight. So Broadway Cats, these are her real cats. She dresses them up and recreates Broadway scenes from Broadway musicals, on top of some other lovely photographs of New York City that she has. She will be at Broadway Con as well. But we also have Broadway Dogs, and we got stickers and books for Broadway Dogs, and she's got a specialty piece specifically for Broadway Barks that we'll have at Broadway Con. And starting next week, the week of Broadway Con, anything that you buy that's pet related here in the store, we also have a new line of pet clothing coming out. But we'll give that proceeds to Broadway Barks and Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS for if you make that purchase. 100% of it goes to them. So that's Broadway Barks next week at here at the store and here at Broadway Con. I think that's close to everything for the standard as I look around.
Can I talk about
stuff? Let's get some more sign stuff.
Fancy stuff?
Yes, let's do the fancy stuff. Let's start with window cards. They're right here.
So
Michael, I'm gonna have to go for now. I have to put kids to bed.
Yep, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
We'll see you next week, Kathleen.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Kathleen.
So in Michael's hand right now, shown on the camera, we have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child parts 1 and 2. So that is the original production, the full 2-play version. The wife of the head carpenter on Harry Potter and the Cursed Child has become a good friend of the store, and she's been bringing us things that he finds backstage. So those posters are no longer sold. We are the only place in the world that has those at this point.
Make sure you go stop by and pick it up here at Broadway Con or at the marketplace.
And for those of you who don't know, Mischief Management that runs Broadway Con started with their signature Harry Potter convention, LeakyCon. So really is, we thank Harry Potter for giving us Broadway Con. Paradise Square, featuring a signature, I'm sure, from Tony winner Joaquina Colacango. MJ, featuring a signature somewhere from Tony winner Miles Frost. What else we got, Mike?
There's just tons of the window cards. That's all I've got there. But let's talk about your reopening pins, if we could, for a second.
Sure. So my new business, East Tower Arts, bonus points if you can figure out where that name came from, is merchandise from the relaunch season.
Let's see if I can find one real quick.
Too far.
Too far?
First half of the flip book.
Right there.
Good. So it's difficult to see in the photo, but on relaunch night, first preview of 6, they handed out a pin that 6 rule your world with the date. So we have a couple of those. We are perhaps the only place anywhere that has them. Beetlejuice on relaunch night in April gave out the whole being back thing, a pin of the Beetle with the date. There was a Music Man one somewhere. Chicago, their 25th anniversary gala night gave out pins. We have a couple of those. If you want to flip back to the top of that, go through a couple of the fancy playbills. Into the Woods was right there. We have playbills from the Encores production that's now on Broadway. So I have one, and I believe one of the others has a waitress. Book of Mormon fan night invited dress. Music Man first preview with the embossment. Moulin Rouge relaunch night with the Admit 1 ticket stuffer. Beetlejuice relaunch night with the embossment.
We did that.
Strange Loop first preview playbill insert on the other side. The Strange Loop / Glad tote bags they handed out on first preview night, which they were smart enough not to put a date on, because thanks to a little COVID outbreak, the first preview of A Strange Loop was rescheduled 7 times that week. My credit card statement from refunds and repurchases looked really funny that month.
So I bet that was a lovely little fraud thing going on with your card. Purchase credit.
So now Michael's pulling up from our friend AJ, right? That's who these are from. So signed photos. So that's Miles Frost from MJ. A still that was the People magazine launch. Christy Altamar, everyone's favorite Princess Anastasia. Ariana DeBose holding her Oscar.
Mm.
I think that's Ben Crawford, the current Phantom of the Opera, who's been on the show for probably the last 5 years. From Heathers, why am I blanking on his name? From the Disney Channel.
It'll come to me.
I'm gonna figure out. That's Lindsay Pierce from the relaunch of Wicked. Ryan McCartan, that's his name from Heathers. Why did I forget that? I like his YouTube videos. Rob McClure signed the original company photo for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Now, one of these kids, I'm not going to say which one, Eeny, Meeny, Mo, has been in the store and did a on Rise show. Do you know who that is?
Are you asking me or are you asking the internet?
I'm asking whoever answers it first.
Annalise Scarpacci was on down in the store about a month ago on the lower right of that photo, who has a killer voice. And as much as this shocks people, graduated from Pace University with a BFA in musical theater this year.
And she will be at BroadwayCon at our activity booth. She will be there. I'm not sure on the day off the top of my head, but I think it's Saturday.
She has a new EP out. You should go download it on Spotify or wherever you get your music.
And one of our impressive pieces, or at least I guess I go back old school for me, is it's right here.
Mm.
So that is I can't read
Cheetah
that one.
Rivera.
Cheetah Rivera's original signed photo, and Cheetah doesn't sign things very often.
So I got a quick little Cheetah Rivera story and Carol Lawrence story for you. So for Broadway Cares, several years ago, when I used to work for them, we did a 50th reunion for West Side Story. We brought together the entire remaining living cast as an opening number, and it reunited Carol Lawrence and Cheetah Rivera and Riri Grist. Now, if you don't know the story about Riri Grist, she was the pit singer who sang Somewhere in the original production. And never has she ever sung that on stage with the cast. It was always in the pit in a room by herself. And that night we were able to reunite her with the cast. There wasn't a dry eye in the theater. You can check it out on YouTube. We're talking 12 years ago, 15 years ago when we did this. So it's a little bit grainy on the videos that are out there on YouTube, but you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth it. You get to hear Cheetah Rivera's speech about Riri before we brought her out. The entire original cast. We flew Riri from Germany here just to be a part of this. So it's having to track them down. It was quite an honor to work on that project. But that's my Cheetah Rivera story. And then some more that we don't have enough time for at the moment. But this entire book is a flip through book. Now we're selling these first 4 photos here as a set.
Joanna Gleason, Bernadette Peters,
Mm.
Jacob Berlin as Little Red, and Chip Zien, who was phenomenal in Harmony off Broadway at the Folksbiene this spring, which I have Harmony playbills in my book. Everyone's favorite Princess Diana, Gina Duvall, who's out at the Muni, is Mary Poppins right now. There could not be better casting than that. I don't know who that one is. Give me a thought. So this is probably looks like original company Mean Girls. Alex Brightman getting his Beetlejuice face on. Ariana again. Ansel Elgort. I have a good third story of Ansel Elgort from Jason Robert Brown. Remind me to tell that one at some point.
Okay. You want to tell it now while we're flipping through these?
So the original production of 13 at the Taper Forum in Los Angeles, they cast a New York kid in to play Brett the bully, and with his father on Zoom, fired him 4 days in. But he did okay because that kid was Ansel Elgort. Because he wasn't tough enough to play the bully, but he's done pretty well for himself. I believe that's probably Will Swenson signed with Adam Chandler Barat from the recent revival of Assassins. I have the program from the reunion concert of that production in my stuff. Amber Gray from Hadestown, currently in Macbeth. Adam Cantor, who, those of you who are Rent heads, he closed Rent as Mark. Rachel Zegler, currently in London filming the live-action Snow White for our friends at the Disney Company. Bebe Neuwirth, the original from the revival of Chicago, who is doing great work at the Atlantic in The Bedwetter, playing Sarah Silverman's grandmother. Jesse Mueller from Waitress. Rachel and Ansel together. Everyone's favorite Glee star Leah Michelle. Pamela Anderson, who just completed a 6-week sellout run as Roxy Hart in Chicago. And
I don't know anywhere that you can get Pamela Anderson playbill and or signed photograph in the city of New York, let alone in the the United States at the moment, other than right here at Broadway Makers Marketplace.
Ken Page, who many of you who grew up on the Cats VHS, on the professional taping of Cats from London, was Deuteronomy in that, and the original company, voiced Oogie Boogie in Never Before Christmas. So we have both the photo and the Funko Pop signed by Ken Page. Neil Patrick Harris, is that Neil?
I believe so, yes.
Neil Patrick Harris is Hedwig. Josh Gad is Olaf, and I believe we have him as a Funko also. Tony winner, Drama Desk winner, all around phenomenal human being, Danny Burstein as Ziedler from the original company of Moulin Rouge. When we did that, I got to go. I didn't go to the Tonys, the funky year Tonys, but I went to the pre-tape at Moulin Rouge and watched them do that song 7 times that night. He's just phenomenal. Tony winner and General Life winner, Andre DeShields. This is signed sheet music of Michael Jackson from Miles Frost, other Miles Frost. That's Thriller. That 11 o'clock Thriller number is phenomenal. Steven Schwartz, who wrote Wicked, signed Defying Gravity sheet music. And we have a giant Steven Schwartz signed on a Wicked poster. One of a kind.
Got that glare going on there, but you know. Finish up the sheet music here in our last couple of minutes here.
Waving Through a Window, signed by, I believe that's Andrew Barth Feldman. Christy Altamar, signed Once Upon a December from Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Groff or Ewan Morton or Rory, maybe. That's Lynn Ahrens and Steve Flaherty, who wrote the music to Anastasia. Also, Ragtime, Children of a Certain Age, who grew up on the Seussical cast album and grew up watching Seussical being done at every community theater and school in the country. Michael's pulling some more of our Funko Pops. So these are signed Funko Pops. They are one-of-a-kind signatures. So, recent Tony winner for Best Featured Actor in a Play, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, signed Funko Pop for Modern Family. I saw Jesse in Spelling Bee back in the day, way back when.
I did a couple of benefits with Jesse. He's a great guy. Great.
He and his husband Justin were phenomenal supporters of the business restarting this year. So that's Kristen Bell on the left, signed Anna. Jonathan Groff, signed King George from Hamilton. Grab the Legally Blonde shirt because this might be my favorite thing in the store, Michael. So last night was the 30th anniversary of Broadway Bears, which now has grown into a massive 2 performance. They made almost $1.9 million last night, but it was started by Jerry Mitchell and the chorus boys from the Will Rogers Follies getting up on the bar at a gay bar in the Village and shaking their rear ends, as he put on Facebook this week. So this was Laura Bell Bundy's opening night gift to the company of Legally Blonde out of town in San Francisco. I think it was San Francisco. So that is the poster from the show. That's Laura Bell's body. But if you look closely, that's Jerry Mitchell's face on it. You can't unsee that once you've seen it. And that is a one-of-a-kind piece that we have for sale at the Broadway Makers Marketplace. And then you see the Delta Nu. That is from Polaris Productions, a New York pre-professional theater training group that was set to do Legally Blonde the 3rd weekend of March of 2020. Obviously, that didn't happen. And they finally had their show go on this year, and they came and did a sampler performance live in the store, live on the internet for us, and we have their Delta Nu necklaces from that production.
Yeah, so they created this piece as a merch piece to sell the show. Obviously, with the show being shut down because of COVID, they weren't able to do it. They ran into some problems along the ways of trying to restart the show. They lost the theater. They lost the musical director. The cast graduated. They were juniors. They graduated by that point. They were now seniors. So the original cast was not able to get to do the performance. But we brought some of them here to the marketplace and debuted them, did a performance here with highlights of the show. And this pendant here is now available here in the store. There are only 10 of them left. So it's a great little thing to have. I know a lot of the schools are doing Legally Blonde right now. It's a great gift for your theater director that's directing Legally Blonde or for your lead. It's a great little piece to have. So get this. We also have some sheet music and some photos of Laura Bell Bundy signed. We got a great collection of Legally Blonde stuff here in the store. So definitely check that out.
Michael started the show with his pearls from Joanne Morley's costume from the Drowsy Chaperone on. Do we still have that shirt that we were looking at the other day? The yellow?
Oh, yes.
So we had this is Will Swenson's shirt that Casey Levy tore off his body every night in the revival of Hair, the Diane Paulus revival that came in from the park. There are not many of these left. We had a Hair superfan come in who was utterly shocked that we had one because they used to have them at the flea market for a couple of years and Broadway Cares is out of them. So this might be the only one left of this shirt that was torn off Will Swenson, now Audra McDonald's husband's body. We have Broadway worn costumes. We have show shoes. So these are green shoes from the Emerald City sequence of Wicked. These are Billy Elliot. Are those Neilius or Billy?
Billy.
Those are Billy Elliot's ballet shoes. And these are other shoes from the ballet girls from the Broadway company of Billy Elliot. Again, one of a kind Broadway used costume pieces. I think we have Rusty Mowry, who's now Jerry Mitchell's Global Dance Associates shirt, one of his costumes from Footloose from the late 90s, somewhere in the pile there.
We do. It's over on the rack. Yeah.
Over on the rack. What else do we have left? Did the jump rope sell yet, or is that still somewhere?
Jump rope is gone. We have the Legally Blonde jump rope.
One of the jump ropes from Whipped into Shape from the top of Act 2 that was used in the MTV Pro Shop, but evidently it sold.
It did for a pretty penny, so it did sell. So before we wrap up here in our last couple of minutes that we've got going on, just a couple shout outs to some of our other vendors that we have here. We've got some sheet music that is watercolored. We've got some prints that are.
So while Michael's running away, that Good Morning Baltimore is from Emily Grace Tucker, who's playing Ariel the Little Mermaid at the Argyle Theater in Long Island this summer. So if you're out that way, go see her do that. Should be a good production.
I love the sheet music with the paintings. It's such a great gift for the music director in your life. I just love it.
And Emily has a Sondheim tribute one that breaks my heart every time I see it.
Mm.
It makes me so happy every time I've gotten to sell that piece to someone in the store. Michael's still digging, but I think he's looking.
I just want to make sure we put all of our vendors in and that we haven't forgotten about anybody. But that's the thing about the marketplace. There's so much stuff here. It's your one-stop shop for everything fandom related to Broadway.
So Michael has Ghostlight jewelry on his hand. That's Lisa, who's a Broadway stage manager and child wrangler, who is not with us tonight because she worked on the community chorus aspect of Into the Woods at Encores, and she was a guest of the production at the dress rehearsal right now happening. Lexicon of Love. Alexa is a music teacher in Atlanta who takes you sheet music and paints on it. Many of these pieces were done while she and her fiance were living at Universal while he was a drummer for Mardi Gras, and they just got married last week. So congrats to them. They're in their honeymoon. This is Sid, yes, or is this Cody?
Sid Roberts Photography.
Sid Roberts Photography.
This is the piece I had commissioned. It's Broadway Dark, and it's all the marquees of all the different Broadway theaters on a metallic paper, carefully langed and designed by Sid. And it's one of a kind here in the store. We have it as a print, we have it as a card, and we have it as a canvas piece here as well. And then we have from Cody Hall, we have photography prints from around the city with inspirational quotes on it.
Cody also has perhaps my favorite fun one if you're having a party. Cody has Broadway confetti.
Yes. Only place I know that you can get Broadway confetti anywhere is here at the Broadway Makers Marketplace. It's all handmade. It's all created just for you. We also have from Alamo Magic. We did talk about them earlier, but we have just got the thing for you to remember your night that you went to go see the show. You write down all the details about it. Here is like a journal thing, journal entry.
These are new and they're selling like hotcakes.
And we also have it as a program pocket. If you don't want to put it in your Micmac bag or in your scenery bag pouch, you can put it in a Love Protector here. And I think that's it. We did it. It's 8:30. I think we talked about everybody. If I forgot about anybody, I'm sorry. And
stuff.
But come to the Broadway Makers Marketplace booth. The booth is almost as big as the store, so you're not going to miss a thing.
That's right. I want to say hi to Glenn. Glenn sent us a comment here. So hello, Glenn, if you're still watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of you. Lauren, and I want to thank Kathleen that's no longer with us. But Jacob, thank you for being here tonight and taking us on a little tour of what we've got going on in the store. We're open 7 days a week down here at the Broadway Makers Marketplace. We're in the Turnstile Underground at 57th and 8th at the Columbus Circle subway station. We are underground, so come find us underground. We are down underground, way down underground. And
down underground, be sure to patronize the other vendors down in the Turnstile, including our friends at Frankie's Dogs on the Run and Empanada and Blintz Box, who have supported
the donuts, bougie donuts, and the best dumplings in town are down there in the Turnstile.
The bougie donuts. I want to tell them that you call them the bougie donuts. I love the bougie donuts.
Oh my gosh, they're like this big, and each bite is they're just amazing. So.
And if you've already been to the store, come back. I'm at the store almost every week when I come in from Jersey, and I find something new every single time.
Jacob, I can't wait to meet you at Broadway Con. I hope you'll stop by my booth and talk to me for a few minutes.
If they let me out of the main stage at some point. If not, Broadway Con, they've changed their scheduling pattern this year, so the event is really only running from about 9 in the morning to 6:30 at night, so that folks who are in from out of town can make it to shows. But it means that all of us who are local and don't need to see everything because we've seen it all actually have the evenings to get to see people that we haven't seen in 2.5 years since we did this in person. Come join us at Broadway Con. It's going to be a great time. It's going to show the business that the fans are still here.
Yes, and if you can't make it to Broadway Con, that's okay. We have the online store at BroadwayMakersMarketplace.store. All of our stuff at Broadway Con is available. Will be available 24/7 online at our store. We also have a Facebook, TikTok, and a Instagram market as well as accounts. So follow us on all the social media if you don't already. We do events down here throughout the week. Like I said, we do karaoke. We do Broadway Bingo. On Sundays is a big, what we call our Broadway Extravaganza Day from fitness. We have a fitness class with Aaron that we do at 1 o'clock every Sunday. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Come down. We have a talk show with Rye Myers. It's Live with Rye and Friends. He gives away free things at his show every single week. We're not taping this coming weekend because of BroadwayCon coming up here. So, but he will be at BroadwayCon. He's doing a live show at 1 o'clock on Sunday, as well as Joshua Churchin. He'll be there doing 2 panel discussions as well as some sing-alongs for us. So stop by Broadway Makers Marketplace, Makers Alley, BroadwayCon, July 8th, 9th, and 10th. Otherwise, visit us here at the store at Columbus Circle.
Wherever you are, whether in New York or in the country, go see a Broadway show, go see a touring show, go see a regional theater production, go see the show at your local high school or community theater or middle school or elementary school. Go support live theater. It's been a tough 2.5 years for the industry that is show business and particularly live performance. And shows can't keep happening if people don't want to go. Don't go see them. So go see a Broadway show.
And if you don't know about BroadwayCon, check it out. It's BroadwayCon.com. And to close this out, we got a little highlight video from several years in the past that one of our vendors put together for us.
If anyone has questions, message us on any of our social medias and we can help you out for BroadwayCon. We look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Kathleen, for being here. And see you on the next one.